Whenever DJI launches a brand new product, they have to update the DJI Fly app to accommodate that particular new model. And in this video, I'm going to show you everything there is to know about the new DJI Fly 1.12.0. So let's get into it. So unless you've been living under a rock, you will be aware that DJI have just launched their Mini 4 Pro, a drone that I know absolutely hundreds of you are incredibly excited to try, and I will be testing this fully on my channel within the next few days. So if you're not subscribed already, now would be a great time to do so if you're interested in hearing my thoughts as to whether this drone is any good or not. And really, I'm expecting it to be massively improved in at least one major area anyway. This app update, as we can see in the release notes, is all about support for the DJI Mini 4 Pro and an additional feature within the DJI Mini 4 Pro that again I'm going to explore when I get my hands on that drone. So if you have the original DJI RC screen controller, I would not expect this to come anytime soon, quite frankly, because that controller will not support the new DJI Mini 4 Pro. You're going to need to upgrade either to the DJI RC N2 controller or the RC2, easily distinguished by the external antennas on the top of it. But if you don't have the DJI Mini 4 Pro and no plans to actually get it, you're possibly going to want to know what's in it for you. So I've been out testing using the DJI Mini 2 and the Mini 3 Pro, which are the most popular drones on my channel, just to see what's up with this update. So checking through the menus on both the DJI Mini 2 and the Mini 3 Pro, to my knowledge, from what I can see, mistakes can be made at times, I cannot actually see a single new feature. Okay, the DJI Fly app doesn't actually promise us any new features, but sometimes when they do launch a new drone, they revise an interface or change a menu, or indeed, as we saw with my last update relating to the speed button on the controller, they completely changed the way that the drones behave when you first take off, and they didn't let anybody know. Okay, so sometimes we do get more updates than what is in the release notes, but on this occasion, flying both the DJI Mini 2 and the Mini 3 Pro, I found absolutely no issues. Testing the usual features that I like to test, return to home on both the DJI Mini 2 and the Mini 3 Pro, seemed to go absolutely effortlessly, even though we was experiencing incredibly strong winds. And while the Mini 3 Pro is really good in strong winds, the Mini 2 seemed to handle it really well. Just pop it on screen, you can see that we was battling even 30-mile-an-hour winds, so really right on the limit with which I wanted to put my drones up. But of course I wanted to bring you this video. One thing I did notice when I first turned both drones on was the fact that I was receiving quite low satellites. There has been an issue in the past where updating the Fly app has resulted in either a slow satellite pickup or a low amount of numbers. However, if we do revert back to our Air Data UAV app, you can see that one of the warnings for my area right now is low satellites. And if we actually match up what we was receiving compared to what it says we should receive, you can see that was pretty accurate. So that does explain that. But generally, when you are flying, as long as that icon for the satellites does go white, you generally got enough satellites for the drone to be able to return home and keep its position using its GPS positioning. So I would not worry about that. Testing the usual features, taking photos, and of course using the quick shot features, I suffered no issues with either of these two drones. Everything did genuinely seem to go exactly as it should, and of course we don't expect that there are issues, but sometimes some can crop up. But out flying this incredible drone right here, the DJI Mini 3 Pro, which I know so many of you have got, the only issue I encountered whilst flying this drone, despite low satellites and incredible winds, was the typical lens fogging issue. I do need to eventually get mine sorted. It is a known fault. There are ways around it. I just been a little bit lazy because most of the time I fly my drone, I don't really have this issue, but certainly, as you can see, making this footage completely unusable. But I'm running out of time to be able to do a longer test, so I didn't need to wait for it to clear up. Obviously, we've got the results that we were looking for. So in summary then, should you upgrade to DJI Fly 1.12.0? Well, essentially, I see no reason not to. Everything works exactly as it should as far as I can see. I do know many of you in the past have chosen to stick on your current firmware or Fly app because everything is working absolutely fine, and I fully respect that decision. And ultimately, a drone that works exactly as it should is a safe drone in my eyes. So that wraps up this video. As I already mentioned in the outset to this one, I am I'm getting the DJI Mini 4 Pro. So if there's anything you want to see on that drone or any specific tests you want me to test against the DJI Mini 2 or the Mini 3 Pro, let me know in the comment section below. Until next time, thank you very much for watching. Please hit that thumbs up. It tells YouTube more people just like you might want to watch my content. Subscribe if you're awesome, and until next time, see you again soon.